Hello? Someone is here? Good. Let's see who that is. Joanna. Welcome, Joanna. Lisa is here. Could you confirm that you can hear me and see me? That would be perfect. You can write something in the chat. Maybe write it to all panelists and attendees, and we can all see. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Joanna. I'm so happy to see you too. And I hope you can hear me and see me. Good. Lovely. That's amazing. And let me just check so I'm on the right mic. Yes, it looks good. Everything is good. So welcome. We have one more minute before we start. So I'm just gonna welcome you all to this day 2 of our 5 days of yoga. So today, of course, we're going to do a new flow because that is what we do in Vinyasa Flow. We do new funny flows all the time. Good morning, Lisa. And we'll soon get started on our mats. If you are new today, maybe somebody couldn't make it yesterday. I am Emily. I'm a Swedish yoga teacher, and I've decided to do these 5 days of free live yoga this week in order to just get some more interest into my program, which is called the Modern Yogi Master Program. Or if you just want to join me for 5 days of free yoga, that's perfectly fine. I'm gonna take a couple of minutes at the end to talk about the program. And if you don't want to listen to that, you're more than welcome to log off and continue with your day. But before that, let's go ahead and step onto our mats. It's 1 p.m. where I am. Maybe it's 7 or earlier or somewhere in between where you are. So welcome. Abhinav is here today again, so good to see you. And I'm going to step onto my mat. Today we are going to start in child's pose. So let's just bring your big toes to touch. Snuggle down, make your knees come wide, and then climb your hands forward if that feels comfortable for you. If it's more comfortable to rest them back, go ahead and do that. It's totally up to you. Close down your eyes. And then just start to soften your breath. Start to take long, deep inhales through your nose and exhales through your nose. Take this short moment before we start moving to just settle into yourself. Feel your entire body, feel your weight down towards the mat. And notice how your inhale starts to create space along your spine, widening between each vertebrae. And I would like to encourage you to set an intention for this class, an intention of gratitude, and then intention to start to cultivate an awareness for all the small things in life. And by cultivating that awareness, by noticing all of these details, you will start to notice that you don't really need to do anything to experience the magic that is life. And for this class, just try to use that feeling of awareness to be aware of your own body, of your own breath. Notice all the small details of what you feel physically and mentally without judging. Just notice it Beautiful. Take one more deep breath here. Really stretch tall out through your fingertips. And as you exhale, start to use the exhale to lift your navel up and back towards the spine. Create that lower core engagement. And then the next inhale, bring you forward to all fours. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. Make sure that your index fingers are pointing forward and that your knees are just underneath your hips. You can tuck your toes. And then with your inhale, start to drop your belly down towards the mat for a cow position. And then just start to circle your spine out to the right. And then as you exhale, you start to round in, come to the top. And then when you start to inhale again, you bring your spine out to the left. So you try to make some big circles with your spine. Don't care about what it looks like. Just really try to feel into what it feels like in your body and see if you can work into any areas where you hold tension, any areas of stickiness, maybe in your neck, maybe in your lower back, your shoulders, and then switch direction. Maybe you feel some, I don't know what you call it, it pops in different, makes different sounds. One more big circle here. And then stay in center with a neutral spine. And from here, climb your hands forward. We're going to come into puppy pose. It's very early in the practice, so just be mindful and start to lower your chest down. Maybe lower your forehead down to the mat. Press your fingertips down to see that you can engage through your arms. Really let that find more space throughout your chest, space into your armpits. If this feels super comfortable, you can lower your chin down to the mat. I'm going to crush my mic now. And then press firmly down through your knees, like you're kind of almost pulling your knees apart. And that will spread your sitting bones up to the back of the room. Lift your navel again. And really see if you can find a little bit more space between your shoulder blades. One more breath here. And the next inhale. Climb all the way back. Press down through your left hand and thread your right arm underneath. Bring your right shoulder blade down to the mat, your right temple. Keep your left hip from flying out to the left, so keep it back to really get that rotation in the spine. Bring your left arm up towards the ceiling. If this feels good and you want a bit more of a shoulder stretch, you can see if the left hand can grab the inside of your right thigh. That will get more into your shoulder rather than the chest. One more deep breath. Great. Next inhale brings you back. Plant the left hand, the right hand, and then thread the needle. Left hand threads under. Plant your left temple. Right arm sweeps up. Make sure the hip doesn't fly out. Really lift up through that right hand. See if you can lift your right fingertips even more towards the ceiling. Keep the core engaged. And then maybe the right hand can aim for the inside of your left thigh. And use that as a way to open through your right shoulder. If you're right-handed, most likely your right shoulder might be just a tiny bit more stiff than the left one. Sweep the right arm up. Plant the palms. Keep the toes tucked, inhale, and as you exhale, lift your hips up and back for the first downward facing dog. Adjust your stance. The good stand for your distance for your downward facing dog is that when you roll forward into a high plank, you're gonna not have to adjust your hands or your feet. So start pedaling out your legs, maybe swaying your hips, my favorite. Side to side, working into any movement that you need to do right now in order to get warmed up for this practice. And then eventually find stillness in downward facing dog. Make sure you press the mat away through your fingertips. Make sure you have space between your shoulder blades and try to roll your triceps down towards the mat. Lift your sitting bones high. Lift your navel up toward the spine. Gaze can drop down towards your knees. Stay here for one more deep breath in through the nose. Strong breath out through the nose. Next, inhale, come to your toes and start to round the spine. Gaze towards the navel and roll forward into high plank. Stay just for 1 second in high plank and then bend the knees, lift the chest, lift the sitting bones high and glide it back down or facing down. Do more like that. Inhale, roll it forward. Follow your own breath. Exhale to glide it back. Inhale, last one, roll forward. Exhale, glide back. Next time, come high up onto your toes with an inhale. Bend deep into your knees, gaze in between your hands. We're going to take a couple of small jumps, tiny hops, so you can just jump off the mat. You jump as much as you want. Maybe you want to jump higher, clap your heels towards your butt. Maybe you're advanced, you want to stick into handstand. Do whatever you feel like. Small hops are equally good, but make sure you keep the engagement in your arms. A couple of more. And then next hop brings you to the top of the mat. Fold all the way forward. Shake out your head, shake out your spine. Shake it all out. Lean into your toes. And then with your next inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Gaze up and see your palms touch. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Great work. Step forward if you were more into the middle. So you have enough space behind you. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. And at the next inhale, draw your knuckles down towards the mat. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Keep the core engaged. Lift the chest. Inhale and exhale. Fold from the hips all the way down. Let your hands drop up and over your head. Stay here for one inhale. Really pressing down through your feet. Lift your knuckles high. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. Release your fingertips down towards the mat. And at the next inhale, sweep your left leg up. Lift halfway with the upper body. And exhale, slowly control. Drop your left toes to the back. Plant your palms. Round the spine. And sweep your right leg all the way up and back. Three-legged downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knee and open the hip. And exhale, draw your right knee in towards the chest. Come as high as you can onto your left toes. Inhale all the way up and back. Three-legged downward facing dog. Open hip. Exhale, round it in. Gaze in between your hands. Inhale, last time. Next exhale, let's you plant the right foot in between your hands. Lower the left knee. From here, I want you to hook the thumbs. So you're making a little birdie kind of feeling with your thumbs. Sweep your arms up and keep the thumbs hooked. This will help you to open the chest. Inhale, stay for the exhale. Next inhale, palms touch. And the next exhale, bring your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Inhale, find length through your spine. And exhale, see if you can deepen the rotation, gazing out over your right shoulder. Lift your navel, once more inhale. And exhale. Next inhale, let your hands come all the way back. Exhale, drop your hands behind you, clasp your hands. Inhale, hands draw down towards the mat. Lift the back knee. Stay for the exhale. Next inhale, lean into your right foot. And then exhale, releases your left foot from the mat. Sweeps it up into a warrior three. Lift your navel. And next inhale, draw your knuckles down towards the back foot. Lift the gaze. Draw the shoulder blades together. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, release your hands. Sweep them all the way up and bring your left knee in towards the chest. Exhale, cactus the arms. And drop the left knee down towards the mat. Inhale, arch the back. Draw your left heel in towards the glute, lift the gaze, lift the chest. Exhale, rounding in, let your forearms meet, and aim for the front knee. Inhale, open. Exhale to round in. Open, and round. Once more, open, and round in. Arms sweep up. And just let us drop that left leg, not too far behind, but quite a big step. And then turn all your toes to the left. Sweep your arms up and gaze up. And exhale, fold from the hip all the way down. Plant your right palm right in between your feet. Sweep your left arm up towards the ceiling. Same here. See that your hip doesn't fly out to the left, but keep it parallel and equal to your upper body. Maybe you can gaze up towards your left hand with your right eye. Stay for the exhale. One more inhale, even stretch taller. Exhale, switch out the hands. Left hand plants, right arm sweeps up. Inhale, really stretch tall. Exhale, deepen the rotation. One more inhale. And exhale. Next inhale brings the palms, your fingertips to the front. Turn all your toes to the top of the mat. Sink your hips down. Lift the chest. Press out through your left heel. Really finding a stretch and length through your left hip flexor. Exhale, plant your palms. Step your right foot back. High plank. Inhale, stay. Exhale. One more inhale. Next exhale, drop your knees down. Keep your toes tucked. We're going to go for either a camel pose or towards the camel pose. So place your palms to the back or your lower back with your fingertips pointing up. And from here, press your hips forward. Keep that core engagement. Draw the shoulder blades together. Lift the gaze. And then start lifting the chest high. Draw your elbows in towards one another. And you can stay here. This is all good and well. See that you can really start to engage the entire backside. Squeeze your glutes. If it feels good, you can see if you want to drop one hand towards one heel. If this is good enough, stay here. Or maybe drop the other hand down. When you're down, see if you can once more shift your hips forward. Maybe drop the head. But the head is super heavy. If it feels uncomfortable to drop it, don't do it. If you're super back bendy, you can lower onto your toes. That makes your heels come a little bit more far away and deepens the pose. Next inhale brings you back up slowly. Let the head come up last. And exhale, sit back towards your heels. I'm always super amazed how back bends always get the heart rate up. Fascinating. We're going to get it up just a tiny bit more. So slide your hands forward, step your feet back, high plank. From here, I want you to drop your heels to the right. Sweep your left arm up. We're going to swipe the left arm like we're threading the needle again. Swiping the left arm to the back, gazing over the right shoulder, and then sweep it up. If this is too much on your wrist, go down to your forearm. Inhale it up. Exhale. If this is too much for your core, drop a knee. Just find your variation. This is always your practice. So just keep listening into your body. Listen to the subtleties, what they tell you. Once more. This is the last one, I promise. Sweep it up. And then plant your palms. Shift the weight forward. Chaturanga, halfway down. Exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift the chest. Engage through your ankles. Exhale to downward facing dog. your breaths here. I'm going to do once more. Inhale, come high up onto your toes, bend into your knees, jump, step, float, however you want to make it to the top of the mat. Lift halfway, inhale, and fold, exhale. Inhale to sweep your arms all the way up, gaze up, see your palms touch. Exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart. Inhale, sweep it up. And exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Inhale to lift the chest, press the hips forward, gaze up. And exhale, engage the core when you fold all the way forward. Dropping your hands up and over your head. Stay here for one breath. Inhale, press firmly down through your feet. Lift your sitting bones. Exhale. Inhale, release your fingertips and sweep your right leg back. Lift halfway with the upper body. Exhale, slowly release your right toes to the back. Plant your palms and sweep your left leg up and back. Downward facing dog, three-legged. Inhale, bend the knee and open the hip. Really lift that knee to the sky. Exhale, knee to chest, weight is in the hands, round the spine. Inhale to three-legged downward facing dog, open hip. Exhale, round in. Once more, lift up. And this time, plant the foot in between the hands. Slowly and controlled, lower your right knee. Hook the thumbs the other way this time. It's going to be uncomfortable, I know. Inhale, sweep up, lift the chest, but keep the core engaged. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, lift up. Palms, keep palms together. And then exhale. With control, place your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Inhale, really lift the chest. Use the strength of your core to deepen the rotation, maybe gazing over your left shoulder. Exhale. One more deep breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift the back knee, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, drop the hands, clasp them behind the back. Inhale, draw your knuckles down to the mat, lift the chest. Stay for the exhale, sink deep into your hips. Inhale, and then exhale, leaning over your front thigh. Spring to the top into your warrior three position. First with the spine straight. And then let the next inhale, lift the gaze, draw the knuckles to the sole towards your right foot. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, release your arms, sweep them up and bring your right knee towards the chest. Exhale, cactus the arms, right knee down towards the mat. Inhale, arch the back, gaze up. Exhale to round in. Inhale, open. Exhale to round. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, round. Once more, open. Exhale. Open, arms up, and then to that not super long step back, turning all your toes to the right this time. I'm going to keep standing like this so you keep knowing where I am. Sweep arms up. Engage the core as you fold all the way down. Left palm plants, right arm sweeps up, gaze up, keep the hips where they are, don't let them fly away. Maybe gazing up towards your fingertips with your left eye. Inhale. Exhale, release. Change the hands, sweep the left arm up, brother. Gazing up. Elongate the spine here. See if you can really breathe in length from your sitting bones to the top of the head to keep the spine long. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sweep up. And turn all your toes to the top of the mat. Come to the ball of your right foot, sink the hip, lift the chest, inhale. Stay for the exhale. One more inhale, really press out, engaging your right leg. And exhale, plant the palms, step your left foot back, high plank. One breath here, inhale, super engage, lift the core, press firmly down through your fingertips. And exhale, drop your knees, sit back. We're going to do once more the Ustrasana, the camel pose. So whatever you did on the other side, try to do it on this side too. So begin with your toes tucked. Place your palms to your lower back, fingers pointing up. Press your hips forward, draw your shoulder blades together, your elbows together. Gaze up, and when you're here, see if you can just find a little bit more of a lift in the chest. Core is super engaged. And if you dropped one hand before, do it again, down towards the heel. If you drop two, drop the other one. When you're here, once more press the hips forward. Really squeeze the entire backside. This is a super good pose to create back strength, and also when you do that, you create back mobility. Keep lifting, maybe untuck your toes, maybe drop the head. You just find whatever works for you today. And then inhale, slowly come all the way up, head up last, sit back. Just take a short breath, a short breather. Feel into that movement. Last time, come forward. We're going to do the side plank to the other side. Find your high plank. Drop your heels to the left. Right arm sweeps up. You can keep your feet like in one line, or you can stack them on top of each other. Totally up to you where you have your balance today. And then thread the needle under and sweep it up. Come under, gazing over your left shoulder, sweep up. Again, find your variation. Whatever you did on the other side, try to do it here. Or maybe you have something that's stopping you from a wrist problem, for example. Then you just adjust however you like it. Last one up, and then palms down. Shift the weight forward, inhale, chaturanga with the exhale. Keep your elbows in, inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Great work. Inhale, come high onto your toes, roll it forward again. And exhale, drop the knees and sit back. Come into a wide straddle. So make sure that your sitting bones are in touch with the mat. And then bring your right foot in towards the hip. Doesn't matter if your right sitting bone lifts up the mat. Let your left hand grab your right ankle and sweep your right arm up and then drop it over. And for a side stretch here. So just make sure that your right knee doesn't fall in, but keep pressing that knee away from the body. That will really make you find the length alongside your entire right side. Maybe you find the toe. And let one inhale, just open your chest just a little bit more to the front. Gazing up underneath your right armpit. And come all the way back. Same thing, other side. The sole of the left foot plants. Right hand grabs the ankle. Left arm sweeps up. And then just drop it over. Inhale, open it just a little bit more up to the sky. Gazing up underneath your left armpit. Exhale. Remember, I want to remind you about the knee. Press it away from the body. Inhale, come all the way up. Bring your legs together. Just one final forward fold before we stop. Inhale, arms sweep up and gaze up. And exhale, lead with your heart. Lead with your chest, folding forward. When you find your end point, that is when you start to round in. Just place your fingertips to the mat and drop it all down. And then you can drop the engagement of your legs and just feel that you relax here. Maybe your feet start to fold a little bit out to the side. the next inhale, bring you all the way up. Find a comfortable seat. Thank you so much for today. I'm going to come closer. Maybe it was a little bit longer today. It was a bit of a sweaty class. Hi, Albin says hi, that was a while ago. How did you like it? Was it invigorating? It was for me, at least. I hope it was good for you too. As I said, I just want to spend a little bit of time today. I did it yesterday. Maybe you're the same people here, but I will actually just point out some different things with this program that is starting on Sunday. Thank you, Lisa. I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm going to find the right program to show you. Can you see my screen now? It actually happened. Amazing work today. So can you give me a yes that I am sharing my screen? It actually happened like a few weeks ago that I was sharing and it looked perfect to me, but everyone else, yes, lovely, Ahmed. Perfect. Amazing work today. And I just want to briefly, I think you've been hearing me telling you about this yesterday, so if you want to log off now, completely fine. I just want to tell you shortly about the Modern Yogi Master Program, which is my 8-week yoga program starting on Sunday with a live class and a meet and greet, Q&A. And this program is for you who wants to have yoga as a consistent part of your life, something that you can always do, something that you do regularly, pretty much every day, and it makes you feel amazing, because that is what yoga does. When you do it very consistently, you're going to start to have so much more flexibility, so much more strength, and it's also going to affect some of your mental parts, that you feel more present, you feel happier, you feel confident in your body, and that makes you feel confident all over in life. So the Modern Yoga Master Program is something that will let you age without pain, with confidence and with joy, because we are all aging, even if you are 25 years old when you're here. This is something that we all experience, that we are all aging no matter where we are today. And as we age, we have more pain. Stuff happens in your body. And yoga, the Vinyasa yoga that I teach, is actually a fantastic way to stay mobile, to keep away from pain and from injury, by building super good strength. And I experienced that it's not the kind of strength that I used to build in the gym, because it is a deeper strength that comes from using both my smaller muscles to my big muscles, and also working both dynamically and statically. So you get some sort of a 360 core and some 360 strength that I had never experienced until I started to do yoga. And I find that that is something that will help me and my students so much as we grow older. So the price for this program today is $1,197, or you can split it into 3 months, and then you pay $450 per month. So what you get then is the 8-week yoga program. You have 5 live classes, once every second week, but we actually have 5, so we have the last 2 weeks. And you have a daily practice. I will give you a schedule that you will do every day. So it's going to be 6 active days during the week, and you have 1 rest day. And for the rest day, I will provide you with a yoga nidra, or a guided meditation, because I'm also, beside my yoga practice, I have a very long, several years long of daily meditation practice. And of course, you will get a Facebook group, because I'm very, very passionate about the community that you create around this thing. Because when you commit to something like this, I know it is a commitment, it's a big investment, but when you commit to something like this, and you have a group that has the same goal, and you have me as being present in this program all the time, you will have amazing results compared to just buying a program and sticking it in a folder on your computer with no one who really holds you accountable for doing it or not. But the Facebook group is super important, because when you post and when other people post, they will inspire you and you will inspire them to keep moving forward. In the days when you are feeling tired and you feel that you don't want to step onto your mat, that's when you have that community support that will inspire you to actually move forward and do it. And you also get full access to my yoga class library, which is quite huge. I don't know, 50, 60 yoga videos and workshops and tutorials, what have you. And this is available for you. And you also get 3 bonuses. A 1-year long membership in my monthly membership program, which is a great way to keep going after the 8 weeks, because then you will get a weekly schedule, 3 classes to do every week. And I also encourage you to do 30 minutes of cardio. I have some strength classes, because in yoga we mostly just work with the pressing action, never with the pulling action. So I always encourage my students to do a little bit of some kind of strength work to get some pulling action in there too. And you also get my chakra bundle, my core program, and if you are, one of the first 5 to register, you will get a one-on-one class with me, 60 minutes with me, where we work on whatever you choose. So as I said, this is not the online program that you stick in a folder and never do, because I will be there every step of the way. I will hold you accountable and see that you stick to what you committed to. And that is super important. I will be there. If I notice that I haven't seen you around in the group for a while, I will really reach out to you and see what's going on and try to get you back onto your path that you have committed to. And there is also already a lovely group of people who are waiting to inspire you and to be inspired by you. And we are also, I've thrown out the question today that we should decide on something, a common goal that we can work towards. And let's see what that becomes. Maybe it's getting into a handstand or some sort of funny arm balances or working more with back bends. It's something that we will decide together in the group where to go and what the goal will be. So the weekly summary of the program is that you get the workshop. So if we decide that we're going to work on a handstand workshop, the first workshops are a bit more general for you to really get the best out of your yoga practice. And then if we decide on a common goal to work towards a handstand, I will give you, the next workshops are going to be shorter classes or drill classes that will get you to that goal. So then we can check it out during the live classes, where we are, what happened since last time, and so on. So then we will keep moving forward, and hopefully at the end of those 8 weeks, you will have, if not reached the goal, come a long way towards it and know what you can do to reach it. And also you will have yoga as the perfect tool to a great workout, and not just a physical workout, but also a mental tool to use in your daily life, hopefully for the rest of your life. And the daily practice is pretty much what we did today, 20 minutes per day. So, but it's still going to be quite intense, as I think you notice. It is a lot of movement I baked into all of these classes in order to get you super strong, very flexible, and create this flexibility and mobility that is sustainable throughout your life. And also there's going to be 1 or 2 longer classes that are going to be 30 to maybe 55 or 45 minutes. And we have the live class, it's going to be about 45 minutes, then we have the Q&A. And as I said, on the rest day, you get a yoga nidra or guided meditation. So the time investment is about 20 minutes a day, most of the days of the week, and one day is a little bit longer. So it's not super long, but then of course you have the full library. You can do whatever you want. If you want to do more, you can exchange any of the classes and do whatever you feel like. And I told you already about the bonus, actually. So let's skip this one. First 5 is the one-on-one private session, and the chakra bundle is of course 7 classes for the one for each chakra. And the 14-day core program, which is a program that it's 5 to 8 minutes every day. And it's the core exercises I used when I learned how to handstand, because handstand and yoga, vinyasa yoga in general, is so much about core. And there are it's so important to do core work in a more dynamic way than I used to do, for example, when I was just working out or going to the gym and stuff like that. So when I started to do inversions, I figured that, oh my God, I really need to work my core in a new way. So this core program is where I have collected all of these short classes, so you can build up to get a super strong core that will not just let you go upside down, but also support you in your daily life, because it's amazing to have a strong core, because it also gives you a lot of flexibility. Sounds weird, but it is true. So once again, I will actually type I always forget this, I'm sorry. Here is the link to the registration and the video workshops and the live classes I've talked about. The group coaching calls, it is, as I said, to me it's very important that you feel taken care of, and that you feel that at the end of these 8 weeks that you have reached something, that the goal that you set, we're going to set a goal. I love setting goals and creating a routine for you so that you really get this done, so that you really make this your daily practice, something that you're going to do until you're 80, 90 years old. Even if the practice is not going to look the same, this is something that you're going to do because it is a sustainable way of moving. So in the group coaching calls, we're going to see where we are, and it's going to be a nice group, so that we can share things, and I will check in on you to see how you're doing. And you also have the opportunity during these calls to ask me anything, ask me for feedback, show me, I do it like this, it doesn't work, how can I do it differently? I'm super good at looking. I have online, I have privates, both on and offline clients on Zoom and live. I'm really good at just looking at someone and see where they need to put in the work in order to make stuff work. And as I said, the closed Facebook group. So this is your result every week. You will have done yoga every day except on your rest day, or maybe that too, because what usually happens is that people get really hooked on yoga and they want to do it every day. And you will have to be able to keep track of your practice, and I will create that you can tick off when you've done something, which is really a good way, and it feels really nice when you can do that. You will have been inspired to keep pushing forward by me and by the other participants. You will feel more strong and more flexible after just 1 week. And you will also be inspired to challenge yourself and try new things in your practice, because that is something that I also feel is super important to me with yoga, is that it is a fun and playful way of working out. Because when you find that playfulness, then you just want to step onto your mat every day. It's not like, oh, okay, and you really need to go, I have to work out. When you find that this is something that you just love doing, then you just want to roll out the mat without thinking of it. And that is something I find is so important, because I think we all need to find that playful way of working out, so it doesn't feel like a must. So just as I think this is with the end, a small calculation. If this feels like a super expensive and a super commitment to do economically, financially, if you divide 1197 with 52 weeks, that equals $23 per week. And where I live, I would get a fancy lunch, basically, for that amount of money. Or if you just bundle it up and invest, instead of having fancy lunches for a year, you could actually set yourself up for a life change, because yoga is always going to be a life change. I experience it in pretty much all of my students. Sometimes they're very hesitant of starting. They've been, dragged into my studio by a friend or so, and then a year later they come and they have committed to do yoga, or they have done yoga every day for 100 days. So it is life-changing, and it changes you not just physically. You will get fit. People ask me all the time, do you do a lot of, do you do other things? Actually, I mostly do yoga. I do run and do some cardio, but I don't weight lift that much. I think I should do more, but time time is not on my side always. And I always, as I said, I love to do yoga, and it's so fun. So I kind of end up in a handstand anyway. So, but that's what happens, you know. It is something, you will become strong, you will become fit, but it also happens other life changes that you feel happy, you feel more present, you feel more connected to your life, to yourself, you feel kinder towards your family and your friends, you start to see things in a new way. I don't know, I can't explain it. It's just super fantastic. So now it's time for you to ask yourself, what is the most important, the fancy lunch or that life change, that one thing that will be there for the rest of your life? And then you can also ask yourself what happens if you don't take action. Because where I started, when I started doing this in 2016, I was exhausted. I had 2 small children. I had a full-time job. I was just had no energy. And if sometimes when I look back and I wonder where would I have been today if I didn't have started that yoga journey in 2016, I would probably been overweight. I would have had increased pain. I'm 43. No, I'm turning 43 this year, and I have no pain, like nowhere really. And that is like most people around me actually have some different kind of pains, like this about the age, you know. But I'm pretty pain-free, and you will have a great tool to handle daily stress with yoga. Without yoga, I don't know. I just have a good tool for handling stress. Because it's about learning how to breathe, taking time, you have some breathing exercises, and you just know that if I just sit back and focus on my breath and lower my shoulders, it's all of these tricks that comes with the practice. And also, as I said, aging would be so much worse than it has to be if I hadn't found yoga. And I think it goes the same for you. And if for some reason, it rarely ever happens that I don't do yoga every day, but if I would not do yoga for more than, I don't know, 3 days, for some reason, sometimes I run and you travel or something, I straight away feel a difference in my body. I feel stiffer. I feel that the oil that keeps me just running very smoothly has settled, you know, it's gone. So to me, it is the perfect tool to just stay healthy and also stay like physically very flexible and strong. So yes, this was the last one. In my webinar, I actually talk about the 5-second rule to get as a trick to get on your mat. And if you can join me for the webinar on Friday, it's going to be straight after this. And in that webinar, I'm actually talking more about setting goals and creating a routine and really get onto your mat every day. And one trick is the 5-second rule. So I'm going to leave you here today. Let's see what time it is. Good. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that I will see you tomorrow again. We're going to do a new flow, of course. So this was a little bit of a back bend, and I hope to see you in the group. I hope that you decide to make this investment in your life, and I promise you're not going to regret it. It is a fantastic tool to have yoga as your daily companion, not just the physical part, but also that the mat becomes like a sanctuary where you can, when the mat is always there for you. When I feel sad, I step on my mat and I move. If I've had a bad day, I can really have that. I just long to get on my mat. If I've been super stressed and it's been too much, you know, I just like, if I just step on my mat now, I know everything is going to be fine again, and I can walk off that mat and it's like a reset button for me. So I hope you decide to join me and the rest of the group for this journey that it's going to be, and you can be part of deciding on what we're going to do as a common goal, and also, of course, set it up for that amazing life change that daily yoga is going to be. So take care for today, and I see you again tomorrow. Bye bye. I'll see if I can stop sharing my screen. Here, now I can say goodbye on a big screen. That's so much nicer. Take care, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. And I hope that you had a good practice today, and have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye bye.